Alright, hello everyone! How is it going? Welcome back to Lumio City and to another episode of Pokemon Legends ZA. And things are starting to get exciting now. In the last episode, I think that was the last set of Rogue Mega Pokemon that we needed to quell, which was the Tyranitar, Dragonite, and the funny Starmie. And then now we have to go back to Hotel Z and meet up with everyone. But definitely, things are up. Things are going on right now, for sure. Prism Tower. Quasartico is very much hiding Prism Tower. And although I don't believe that they are up to anything nefarious, they're certainly... I can see why the citizens are concerned, you know? Imagine that happening to the Eiffel Tower and... nobody told you why. So I played a little bit since the last episode. So A, I got my Challenger's ticket. And B, I really wanted to get Earthquake to see if it works on Barbarical. I realized, actually, yes, I haven't actually even checked. I can Google it to see if it will work. But we've almost got it with Mabel's research because I did a lot of evolutions. So I did a whole bunch of different evolutions. Ones that use stones, like for the monkeys up here. I did the link trades, which give you a ton of points. I looked online, it looks like there's community link trade codes that people use to like, oh, I want to trade Kadabra for Kadabra, or a Pumpkaboo for a Pumpkaboo, and those worked out great. Those evolutions added to my Pokedex. I got credit for evolving, and also link trade, I got some more points for that too. There's a Gengar there. There's the Champ. I also got, I got a Chandelure. I used some stones as well. There we go, we have a Clefable, Heliolisk, a lot of brand new evolutions as well. Last time we got the Halucha, I finally caught the Talonflame, and also a Pidgeot, Alpha Pidgeot actually, which is really interesting. That's right, I got 2 Haluchas now, because on the rooftop I found an Alpha one. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I want to get the Alpha. The Alpha Halucha. Here, I'll put the 2 Haluchas together, and another Dratini. I got another Dratini too. So, made a lot of progress there, which has brought me from, I think I was level 29 in Mabel's research before. Now I'm level 33. So there's a few more things we can do to get us to level 34, which will give me the Earthquake TM, and we can see if it works. One thing apparently I haven't done is check out relaxing at cafes. I've been relaxing at benches. I got credit for relaxing at benches. But nothing for relaxing at cafes. Now, I know if you relax at cafes, you can quickly get the friendship level of your Pokemon up really quick. So if you need to evolve like Riolu into Lucario or something like that, where you need some friendship points. But anyway, just went to this cafe. In the coffee menu. Class Soleil, that will be 800 Pokecoins, sure. 1 Class Soleil then. Please have a seat while I get that for you. Here you go, 1 Class Olay. Yay! Aw, look at me! Me and Meganium. Oh, aren't we so cute? We're so adorable, aren't we, Meganium? Like the umbrella in the way. No, umbrella, get out of the way. What? No. No filter. How do I take a picture without the umbrella being in the way? No. What the heck? Alright, never mind. I think that's not working out. This is way better. If I just take a screenshot of this, it's way better. I'm ready to leave. I am ready to head out. Alright, so if we relax at cafes 3 times... Alright, who else wants to go to the cafe? I think Frostlass is a distinguished lady, so I think she would love to hang out at the cafe with me today. Let's have something in the tea. Like, yeah, pan chamomile tea. That sounds good. Sure. I bet my friendship's already really high with a lot of my Pokemon anyway. They've been on my team this whole time. Aww. Good. Thank you for having some tea with me, Frostlass. And finally, let's go with Altaria. Have some tea with me, or coffee. I guess I'll go on the coffee menu. Let's have the Fluffy Latte. That almost rhymes. There we go. One Fluffy Latte. Aww. That's right. Got some cake. Got a drink. Oh, that's so cute. It's so adorable. Us hanging out at the cafe is so adorable. It's only a shame like the umbrella was in the way if I tried to use the photo mode. Alright, yay, relaxing at cafes. Is that enough? Yay, we hit level 34. We're relaxing at cafes. Yay, alright, now we got the Earthquake TM. The next one is Giga Impact. Okay, cool. Still quite a ways away from this. As we, get the Pokédex filled up. We'll make more progress there. I actually have no idea if this actually works. I've just been talking about the Earthquake TM. I never once actually Googled if it would work. Oh, thank goodness. Well, lots of you can use Earthquake. Okay, but anyway. Just better than Bulldoze. There we go. Better than Bulldoze. There we go. Thank goodness it actually worked. Why can Altaria do Earthquake? It's flying over the ground all the time. Alright. Another thing I wanted to do was to claim the reward. I did claim the reward, and after all this time talking about it, I finally got Earthquake. Now I thought I would be short for a few more points, but I actually ended up getting a lot of points from doing all those evolutions. The other thing I want to do is I want to get some Mega Stones. I got all the Mega Stones I need for my team with defeating these Rogue Megas. But that doesn't mean we can't get the ones for all the other ones. So let's just see how many I can buy with all my Pokecoins. And what else are they for, right? In fact, from what I'm aware, if you just buy you don't even have to put it on a Pokemon and use it. If you just buy the stone, that gives you credit for being able to Mega Evolve that Pokemon. So we got Gengar, Medicham, Abomasnow, Scizor, Garchomp. I can't believe there wasn't a Rogue. I thought there would be a Rogue Mega Garchomp battle. That would be cool. Steelix, okay. Kangaskhan. Oh, Charizard X. I don't need all these coins. Anyway, Charizard Y. Oh, and Blastoise is the only one left. Alright, well next time I make some money in the ZA Royale, we can come back here and get the Blastoise one. Yay! Oh, Jaw Fossil, Sail Fossil. Do you need that to get an Amora and... Wait a minute. I ran out of coins, I can't test it. Do you need that to get the Amora and the Tyrant, or can you get them somewhere else? I realize I haven't seen them around. Maybe that's it then. Maybe that's all. That's how you get them. Is you have to use those fossils somehow. But you probably need to take them somewhere to a place where they can be revived. And I don't know where that is in Lumio City. Let's see. Let's see all the things. I got more Canary plushes too. Now I have maxed out Canary plush for getting Mega Crystals. So hopefully that's a lot of crystals here. Yeah, that's a lot. Good. Pidgeotite. Okay, going for Manectric. Houndoom. Audino! Yay! Lupunite. Sableye. Oh, I skipped over. Sharpedo. Sableye. Gyarados, that's a good one. Lucario, that's a good one. Heracross. Aerodactyl. Oh, we can have an Electros like Canary. There's the Glalie. Pinsir. Alright. So long story short, we still got a lot more crystals. Phalanx, just like Eivor. Scolipede, just like Corbo. But still got quite a few more to go. And that's pretty exciting. We can get Dragalge! Yeah, you can also get the Clefairy. We can. That's pretty awesome. Alright, gotta get more coins, gotta get more crystals. Oh no, still lots of things to do. And we did get some more points for filling up the Mega Evolution Pokédex. All the way up to 20! Good. Perfect! Alright, well glad I did that. Alright, I think things are gonna get exciting in the story now. We are currently rank B in the ZA Royale. We need to know who we're gonna face off against in order to get to rank A, the highest of them all. And the rank that will prove that we are surely strong enough to protect Lumio City, its people and Pokémon from the secrets that are yet to be unveiled, but will be unveiled very soon. Without further ado, let's continue! Go team! Hey, what's up everyone? That's another wave of Rogue Mega Evolution dealt with. as usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really outdid yourself this time. I did. No need to flatter me. I'm so glad we got you in Team MZ. Aw, thank you. Hey, AZ, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it, my young friend? You keep saying we need to find the strongest Mega Evolution user, but how do we determine that? Like, how do we know who's the trainer, which trainer is the actual strongest? That is up to Floette to decide. How do you mean? I mean that it will require the greatest of Mega Evolution users to handle Floette's true power. Whoa! For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calming rogue Pokémon. But do we know how Floette would even decide who's the strongest? She will point at the strongest, and then we will become bonded partners in battle, or something like that, right? Yeah, exactly! Maybe it's gotta be a Pokemon trainer that Floette thinks she could rely on? Well, that must be Teddy. Says who? Poor Urbane. Urbane's going through the same thing Hop went through. You slowly realize you were never the protagonist of the game to begin with. But once again, I'm starting to see the me and Urbane and with me and Hop parallels. I think we're just like how me and Hop, we each got the Zacian and Zamazenta. I think Urbane and I were gonna get Floette and Zygarde. Oh? What is that? Grisham. Grisham? Grisham, okay. With no profile picture. Why so shady? Oh my gosh. This is a promotion match announcement for Trainer Teddy, rank B. The opponent for your next promotion match has been decided. You are to face Trainer Grisham, rank B. Does anyone know who that is? The trainer who wins will be promoted to rank A. Well, how do we find this person? We don't even know who they are. So it's finally time. You're in arm's reach of rank A now, the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Who the heck is Grisham? Does anyone know? Odd that they've made it to rank B, but managed to keep their face secret. I know, right? You'd think a task that requires you running around in public, fighting people in the streets, would be hard to conceal your identity, right? Some folks prefer not to show their face in their profile photo. They want to keep their daily lives and their ZA Royale activities separate. True. That is true. like me. Some people sign up using pseudonyms or nicknames too. That's true, but still. How are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You'll have to wait for them to find you, I guess? That's what I've been saying this whole time. With Kanari and now Grisham. It's like, we're going to so much effort to have to find the person to have our promotion match with, when really they should be coming to find me. I'm the one that's out in the open and easy to find. And risk things getting worse with Prism Tower? No way. We can't just sit back and wait. Let's ask Vinny. Let's ask Emma. Emma's a good pick. Yeah, she's our best bet. If anybody can find out their identity, it's a detective. And hey, if they want to get a promotion too, they're gonna want to be found by us, specifically us. Let's head to Looker Bureau and try to find out more about this Grisham. Alright, here we go. It looks like the competition to see who hits rank A first has begun. Who joins the ZA Royale under a false name? There's some strange people out there. I mean, you stream under a false name too. The strongest Mega Evolution user. Another role I should have fulfilled, and yet failed to. Well, whether you did or not, whatever happened in the past, at least it seems Floette doesn't hold any of that against you. So whatever happens, just know that, okay? Aw, poor AZ. It's all Emma. Emma! We have no idea where... Emma first helped us find Gwen, so she can totally help us find the next person we need to have a promotion match against, right? Hey there, Mimi. Doing okay? Hello there. What can I do for you today? If this is about your case, I've narrowed down the list of likely candidates by looking at people who came to Lumios within the last few years. Thanks, Emma, but it's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Alright, let's hear it. We need to find Teddy's opponent for her next promotion match. Yeah, this is not like Ivor, where Ivor needs to find somebody else, but we already found Ivor. I mean, the person we're looking for originally is nowhere to be found. Do you have a name? Grisham. Grisham. I know the name. One of the top-ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, or so I've heard. Well, that tells us nothing then, because we already know they're the top rank. They're gonna be facing us, and we're near the top of the ranks too. I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? Well, you're possessing this knowledge, and well, maybe you do fear living in the danger of that, but look, we have to know. And what threat could take us down at this point? We are pretty much... I don't wanna... Every time I try to brag about myself in this playthrough, it hasn't worked out. But we're pretty much unstoppable, aren't we? Of course we do. It's for Lumios' sake. Yeah, that's right. I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in battle, I'll tell you what I... Of course. That's always what it's up to. That's always what it's all about. Well, look, if I can beat the rank B challenger and get to rank A, which I'm about to do, I'm sorry, Emma, but please forgive me for what I have to do here. Emma stayed out of the ZA Royale because she's always got tons of detective work on her plate. But you ought to know, she's super strong. All right, I take your word for it. Are you ready to battle me? I'm ready to win. I have to, or else I won't be able to do my promotion match. I'll be using Pokémon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar, everyone, let's go! Whoa. She must be talking about Looker, the namesake of the Looker Bureau. You would challenge our Detective Emma. Ampharos. Am I starting with Ampharos too? Who am I starting with? Meganium! Alright, let's go. Let's do this! Go, go, go. Oh, her Pokemon are high level. But mine are higher! Go! Nice, nice. Look at all that XP we just got. There's a full team. Here. Rock Smash! Go team! Alright. I was gonna say can Meganium solo, but this might be tough with the Mala. Maybe might be tough with the Mala. It's a little bit tough with Mala. Okay. Good job. Good job, Meganium. I know you're confused and paralyzed, but you're doing so great. Here, heal up. Heal up. Good job. Come on. There we go. One more. Malamar, she said, right? Malamar. She's gonna Mega Malamar. It's time! It's Mega Malamar! My Pokemon and I aren't alone. My old mentors have our backs and spirits. Yeah, that's right. I'm like the first one who we battled and decided to Rogue Mega Absol. Mega Evolution. Now, there it is. The Brainiac Mega Malamar itself. But now, I have the power of my Super Flowery Meganium. Let's go, go, go. Okay, let's start with Synthesis. Good. Uh-oh. Do that. Do a good thing. Heal up. Come on. Yay! Meganium, you took out her entire team! Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, Meganium. You and me till the very end. Tell me, what do you two know about Team Flare? Honestly, not a lot. I'm not that familiar with the Kalos lore. I think I'm more knowledgeable about Unova. That was a TV show that was going on when I was a kid and I watched it. I don't think I'm as familiar with Kalos, but I do know Lysandre, or Al, as he is now known, was trying to use Hoopa to create a perfect world. Was it for only Pokemon or for people in Pokemon? I think it was only Pokemon. A world where just Pokemon themselves can be happy, or something like that. That's all I know. Somehow the guy has appeared and he just monologues and has memory loss now. That's about it. And I don't know how any of it actually went down. Look, I don't know that much about the Kalos lore, but what I do know is Pokemon Brick Bronze. Pokemon Brick Bronze, ironically, even though the Roblox game, even though it was taken down for basically copyright infringement of Pokemon, it's ironically the game that inspired me to play the real legit Pokemon games. And I think because that came out around the time of Pokemon X and Y, I know the story in that one was also heavily based around Hoopa and creating a new world as well. Good times, good memories. That's the whole irony. Pokemon Brick Bronze made me want to actually buy real Pokemon games and actually play them and actually get to know how to do more with Pokemon other than just collecting the cards that I didn't really understand how to use. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge of the Kalos region lore is Pokemon Brick Bronze. Yeah, that's all I know. They're the group that caused a ton of trouble for Kalos 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. Their group was led by a man named Lysandre. He disappeared 5 years ago, but now he's reappeared, calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokemon. It seems suspicious, so I decided to investigate them. Not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be genuinely trying to help save Lumiose. So it's not the old guard we've got to worry about here, but rather the new. See, about 5 years ago, I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm also not super familiar with the Emma lore too, other than I think she was possessed at some point, and she was saved by Looker. I just remember the Pokemon Generations animated short, where she's possessed and then she kicks poor Mimi to the ground, and I was so taken aback and it was really emotionally distressing. I was so happy at the end of that when they rescued Emma. That's the only thing I knew Emma from before, so that's all I know. Maybe I do know more Kalos lore then. That's how I heard what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently, they tried a few different things, including making the expansion suit that I use. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Another one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grisham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, though it's not clear if Grisham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Grisham is taking part in the ZA Royale, but why? To what end? Could it still be for Team Flare? Does Grisham have a goal of their own? There's no real saying for sure. Not until I do some more digging, at least. Alright, well that wasn't that much information. Is that really like our lives are in danger now that we know this? I mean yeah, I think the remnants of Team Flare still exist is probably a big deal that shouldn't get out to the public. However, what are they gonna do to me? Yeah, I know. If they want to snuff me out and keep this all under wraps, then yeah, I guess knowing this does put a target on my back. Alright, Emma's just concerned for us, and that concern is real. You know what? I bet Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab could tell you more about Grisham. Why would she know anything? Sorry, but that's not for me to say. It's up to Mabel how much she wants to share. Okay, she was probably part of Team Flare too then. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I'll do some investigating of my own. You should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see what Mabel says. I will. Will do. Oh, things are getting exciting! Reaching rank A. You didn't heal up my Meganium! I'm so used to the trainers healing up my Pokemon after I beat them to a pulp. Meganium, good job! You were paralyzed and confused, but you soloed her entire team! I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and me till the end. You and me till the very end, Meganium. Come back and see us again whenever you need. Thank you! Alright, let's see. Pokemon Research Lab. Whoa, it's been a while since I went here. It's been a bit. I guess last time when she gave me the Bulbasaur, that was last time I was here. Okay. Swanky music, director's office. That rat! That vile little man. I can't believe that, Mayor. It's not my fault we keep getting more wild zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off. Not even when he knows I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Alright, well, valid crash out. Are you making progress on my research tasks? I sure am. I got to level 34. I want to know about Grisham. Oh, it's only one option. Grisham? Who could that be? Someone who was in Team Flare. Team Flare? It seems you already know more about Grish than I would have thought. Alright, so you do know him. Alright, what do you know then? Fine. So I used to be a part of Team Flare, okay. Wait, seriously? Tell me more. I love how she has a gaming chair. All science nerds should have gaming chairs. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious. But there's still people today who react badly if they even hear the words Team Flare, you know? So I don't exactly walk around advertising it. But I won't lie about it if I'm asked either. Okay, but she's still looking around as if somebody might be listening. When everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others. But I took a plea deal. So I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me if I'm always stuck here, right? I see. Why aren't you the actual director? Why are you acting director? You've been working here for 5 years, then you should probably, or maybe not 5 whole years, but I assume that plea deal didn't happen just like yesterday. You should be made the actual director at this point. Sounds better. My role in Team Flare also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry. Didn't mean for the sob story to spill out. You want to know about Grisham, huh? He was a part of the younger generation in Team Flare. Everyone calls him Gris. Oh, it's a Gris? It means gray. Gris. I can't roll my R's. Gris is, gray in French. Grisham. But you want to pronounce the S when it's Grisham, but you pronounce it silently, Gris, when it's French, and it's just Gris. You know? Anyway, not important. Like the color of ashes. Alright, well, that was not really boding well for him, was it? He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles. Not that he got much chance to show off that skill at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now, joining the ZA Royale. But if you really got to know, you might want to try Nouveau Cafe over in Centrical Plaza. The coffee truck? Why? Okay, I mean, I know why, but... You'll find out when you go, won't you? Sheesh, kid! Don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help you when the time comes. And don't forget... I still want you to keep up the research work too. Alright, so you're invested in me not dying. Thank you very much. Alright, the suspicious two who run the coffee truck and don't have any name card next to them, even though we've gone to eat there multiple times, and you feel like we really get to know the staff at some point. This is really giving the vibes of like that ninja guy from Legends Arceus who would give us the tofu. Drink our coffee. Alright. Nouveau Cafe. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? Wow, that's bad customer service. What's gotten into you today? It's almost like you knew I was coming, like you were also notified with a really blaringly obvious phone notification that you guys need to meet up right now. If you'd like to order something, please speak to the young lady there. I'd like to order 1 promotion match. Wow, isn't this entertaining? This guy has like the Pantalone vibes from Genshin. With the glasses and the closed eyes. It looks like you've managed to find your next opponent. The quiet master of Centrical Plaza's famed Nouveau Cafe truck is indeed just a front. The truth is, I'm one of the top-ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, the foremost trainer in rank B, and the boss of Team Flare Nouveau. Dun dun dun! If I didn't know this actually would be a big reveal. It still is a big reveal. But when I draw the parallel to the dude who would give us the food and then was actually a ninja in Legends Arceus, it's like the similarities. You were serving us food only to be our next opponent all along. Alright, but what's the deal with Team Flare Nouveau? What is this? I've got my own goals to achieve. Goals that have brought me to the ZA Royale. Which is why I cannot let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes little sense to you, however. Shall I explain the whole thing? Yeah, please do. I'm kind of lost. Sorry, I don't have the background lore to be really filling in blanks here other than gasp. I knew there was a plot twist coming up with the food truck later on in the game. Grissom, you know this kid is with AZ. There's no point in trying to explain it all to someone on AZ's side. This is Grisel, one of my comrades in Team Flare Nouveau. I can tell you guys got the same hair. It's almost like you're just like the male-female version of it, just like Urbane and Tawny. Let's just take this kid down. Right here, right now, we've got the chance. Alright, first bad customer service and now this. Grisel, please do calm yourself. Nouveau Cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. It's no place to start a commotion. Wait. Okay. You sent me... Fine! I sent you a location. If you care at all about knowing the truth, go there and wait. Okay? Thankfully, I'm not afraid of you. Otherwise, I'd be like, no, I'm calling the police. But yeah. We'll close up shop. Then head over. Oh, what about the non-existent lineup of people waiting to get your coffee? You know, the Flare Blitz Cafe or whatever. I forgot what it was called. If you'd be so kind, please check your map and find your own way. We'll meet you there. Okay. That was weird. I mean, no context. This is all pretty weird. You literally want me to meet you in a back alley somewhere? Alright. Oh, look! There's a Greninja and a... what's your... Dolphox and a Chestnut on there. I still have not been able to go and catch the Froakie and the Fennekin and... Why have I not seen this place before? I've not seen this. This place is screaming dangerous lore-related location. Do not enter. And by that I mean totally enter at all costs. Look at you, waiting like a good little girl. I imagine you must be asking yourself why we would want to meet at such a spot. I want to give him the Pantalone voice. I want to give Grisel the... there's a character, the voice I just did for her, there's a character who talks like that, and I can't name them. Okay. This is Lysandre Cafe. Okay, is there something significant about the numbers on the door? It was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it is but an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. I know. You'd have to get a developer who wants to tear down the building. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare. Or more rightly, for Team Flare Nouveau. You do know about Team Flare, don't you? Please explain. Like, I want to say yes, but the answer is no, so I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm a tourist. I just came here. You don't even know. Of course you don't. I know. She sounds to me like Crania / Monica. Wait, wasn't there another character I feel there's another character in this playthrough that sounded like Crania. Maybe that was a different game. Maybe that was Genshin. I don't know. Anyway, Crania from Fire Emblem. I want to give her... She has the orange hair and everything, too. It's so fitting. You don't even know? Of course you don't. How could someone like you ever understand? Griselle? Grissom, this kid is our enemy. She's nothing but an obstacle to all the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouveau. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of her. The world has not been kind or forgiving towards those of us who were part of Team Flare. Yeah, I can tell. It's made her very mistrusting, I think. I'm afraid it's all too understandable, sad though that it is, that some harden their hearts in response, like Griselle here has done. My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Griselle once she has set on a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before a promotion match, I must ask, please, won't you grant Griselle the battle she desires? Yeah, sure, why not? Team Flare, assume you use fire type Pokemon. Oh, so generous. Even letting me like heal up my Pokemon if I want to and anything. I thought this game would do like more like just launching into battles, but they always make sure you have a gap to like prepare your team and everything before we get started. Fight me. I will and I let you win. Alright. In the back alley somewhere. I'm going to burn you to the ground. There won't be enough of you left to fight in the ZA Royale. I like doing that slightly, tiny bit manipulative. Oh, cool thing, look at it. You were challenged by Griselle of Team Flare Nouveau. Alright, well this is for all the bad service we got. Every time we visited your food truck. Go, go, go! Alright, well, this is what I do to fire flying types. As Leon's Charizard knows very well. Camera up, okay, well, fire ground, that's not gonna fare much better. Oh, you prepare for that. Maybe I got Earthquake now. Let's go. Oh, she has 5 Pokemon. Alright. But nonetheless, the son of Team Flare Nouveau Central Aerodactyl. Alright. Not gonna lie, it's not looking great for you. Metagross? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go. I thought she was gonna Mega Evolve it. I forgot she has. I remember she has 5 on it. Wait, it didn't Mega. That's good. Good for us. Pyroar. Okay. Oh, I missed male Pyro too. Okay, I Mega Mine. I Mega Mine before. Finally, I got a Mega off before the opponent did. All right, go Slowbro. Are you ready? Mega Pyroar. Let's go. I've got to win this battle. We can't let anyone stand in our way. Oh, she has it on her ring. That's so fancy, I like that. Whoa, look at its mane! Oh, it's supposed to be like, you know, like the Chinese symbol for fire. I love the little references they do with these new megas. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye! Ta-da! This is ridiculous. Look, I will hear you out, okay? I hope, but I know. I imagine if you're one of the lower level, you know, members of this organization that caused so much trouble, and you were probably taking the blame and the brunt of all the negative, you know, connotation, the negative not connotations, consequences of those actions. I can see how you can become quite jaded, so I understand. But yeah, you know, I mean, I'll hear you out. I lost. My Pokemon lost. By the way, I should mention, I don't really know what AZ is up to, so you don't have to count that against me either. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumio City. Okay. You guys got the front back up really quick. I'd say it's time for a little coffee break. Voila! One Amber Roast, our signature drink at Nouveau Cafe. Okay, well thank you. That should have perked up the Pokemon who battled for us as well. Alright, you're completely different now. Is that just like you're hangry? Like you're not you? Like have a Snickers, you're not you if you're hungry? Her personality just completely changed, like Levan. Now that we're all feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you the true history of Team Flare, and what it is what we hope to accomplish. Please join us inside. Alright? You still got the keys to this place. People still probably see you coming in and out. Alright. Are we ready? This place totally doesn't look spooky. Not in the slightest, you know? Oh, very red. Yeah, I was gonna say, the fiery red of Lysandre's burning passion. That is what fills this Lysandre Cafe. And here in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? Yes, lore drop, please. You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysandre, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own, to reduce the number of people in this world. Oh, yeah, I can see how that would be problematic. In the end, Lysandre made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Okay, what's the ultimate weapon? Do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? No, but I can see why people wouldn't like this organization anymore. That weapon was AZ's creation! Wait, really? I see. The 3,000-year-old man has been keeping secrets from us. Though, he does seem extremely remorseful and full of regret for whatever it was that happened in the past. So, I mean, I'll still give him the benefit of the doubt. You may only see AZ as a kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home. But if he had never built something so horrifying as that ultimate weapon, then Lysandre would never have been driven to such madness. Well, hold on there. It's one thing to be mad at AZ for creating it. It's another thing to blame him for corrupting the desires of your boss. You're saying like, well, just because the nuke exists, because of that, my boss grew mad enough out of his obsession with wanting to use it. I mean, I don't really see it that way. I see it more as a you problem of if you want to actually be... I mean, a weapon is just an object. It's the wielder that decides the bad intentions of it, or the intentions of it, good or bad. And with a weapon, it's usually not good. There's usually it's usually not easy to justify morally a good use for something that has been defined by definition as a weapon. However, I'd say it's one thing to be mad at AZ for creating the ultimate weapon. I'd say it's another thing for blaming him for your boss having a desire to use it. That's a problem on its own, dude. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. And we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save Lumios, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. Okay. My apologies. I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring. Yeah, I don't know what you expect me to say to that. I mean, it's clear that AZ didn't tell us. I don't know why Grisel was so angry with us. I mean, if anything, you should be mad at AZ for leading us blind. But, I mean, from what I can see with AZ, I mean, he's genuinely remorseful. I mean, that's the whole thing about his arc, right? AZ and like the whole "it's been 3,000 years" meme is he caused so much pain and suffering and destruction. And then in the end, when he was reunited with... I don't remember exactly what happened. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the Kalos lore. When he was reunited with Floette at the end, he realized everything he had done and came to regret it so deeply, right? Did Floette only come back because he stopped doing destructive things? I think Floette died. I think Floette died. How did Floette come back? This is the thing. Like, is this proving... I literally... I don't know my lore. I don't know my lore about this. I feel like I know even less lore than... Well, maybe no. I guess I know less lore than for Legends Arceus in the Sinnoh region, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think because that game was set in the past, even if you don't know that much lore, you're kind of seeing like, oh, this is the base of everything that happened in the future, so I can make some connections to just the few things I know about the Sinnoh region later on. Versus here, we're talking about future events, so it's kind of hard to like extrapolate if you don't have the initial points to extrapolate that direction, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that other than, I mean, I still have no reason, I have no reason to believe, even if he did things bad in the past, I don't have any reason to believe he's doing anything malicious now. In the same way, I don't have any reason to believe Elle is doing anything malicious now, even though he used to be Lysandre and literally tried to destroy the world. I mean, you and I are in the same boat here, aren't we? I have no reason to believe either of these old guys are up to anything suspicious now, even though they did historically, if you know what I mean. And of course, you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you to witness the truth yourself. I gotta say, this diner here is very red. I know you said he likes red, but this a little bit much, in my personal opinion. How's that? The truth? You'll see. Oh, a hidden door? Open sesame! That's like making the password, you know? Beyond that door lies the former Lysandre Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active. It was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. Lysandre Labs was designed to be labyrinthian. And of course, plenty of wild Pokémon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you even get to see the truth for yourself. Thanks. That's not boding well. Oh, a travel spot register. I mean, look. AZ has been... Boxes just lying around. Was somebody in the middle of cleaning up? Why would they make a thing to note that there? The cups on the counter look as if they were being used recently. Okay. I assume it was these two. This is spooky. I mean, don't you think when the authorities came to this place, I mean, even if nobody wants to lease it now, you'd think the authorities would have come and done a thorough search. They would have found the back door. Don't you think they would have, gotten rid of the labs? But no, not only did they not get rid of the labs are still allowed to continue being used as normal. But I mean, that's the thing. A weapon is just an object, and it's what you choose to do with it, you the wielder, that determines how evil it truly... Oh, okay, I wouldn't put it that way. I'd say in the nature of a weapon, in a lot of weapons, the nature of it is inherently evil because there is no use for it that is not destructive and, will cause harm or death to a lot of people, But at the same time, no, Why am I trying to defend AZ and all this? He's been pretty suspicious this whole time. He's been hiding stuff from us. A weapon is probably just as bad as you say it is. And thus my point about there is a weapon is in a way inherently evil. But if anything, we've learned anything from these types of games, it's that people change, people have regrets, people wish they could undo the bad things that they did. And sometimes you can't change the past. Now I'm going back into the whole Wanderer Nahida thing. You can't change the past. You can just all you can do is just keep being better for the future. Keep doing right for the future. You can't change who you used to be. You can't change what has happened before. You can't change the moments that led you to where you are now. Even if you wanted to. That was what the whole Wanderer Nahida story was about. Even if you could, it would just erase who you are as a person. The only thing you can do is just be a better person in the future. Sometimes you can't even repent for what you've done. The only thing you have left is to move forward. Here we go. There, my little monologue there. Let's see what we find in here. This place is spooky. Oh my gosh, okay. What is this? I figured enough time has passed for you to have gotten yourself into some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysandre Labs? If so, there should be an elevator in front of you. See it? I think you're probably tracking onto where I am because that would be such impeccable timing. You'll need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around there somewhere. Lysandre Labs. Okay, right under the doormat? Really that easy? This work panel doesn't seem to be powered. You have to find the right power supply unit to get it up and running again. Okay. Oh no, I'm just looking at this map. I don't know why, this map gives me anxiety. Okay, I assume yellow zone is area 1, so we can only go in here first, okay? That's not a key. It's just a feather. How did a feather get in here? Okay, an Ultra Ball. I hear Pokemon. What kind of Pokemon is it? Oh my gosh, it's a Houndour. Okay. The music in here. It's cool. Oh, I don't have a Houndour, do I? Let's catch it then. The only Houndour I've seen is that alpha one I'm too scared to go after. Okay. Panel here. Investigate. This seems promising. You should pull down that lever, get the warp thing. You pull down the lever and activate the power supply unit. Yay! Okay. How rude of Grisham and Grisel for not turning the power on before dropping me into the basement here. The lights are back on a nearby warp panel. It should work now. Alright, good. Who's paying the electricity bills in here? Anyone? That might be bad. Oh, Mabel has some more research for us, but... But that's not what you should be calling me about right now, Mabel. I thought you were on the phone with me for something else right now. Oh no, I truly am. Truly is labyrinthine. Okay. I don't have a Manectric either. Go, Earthquake! That's exactly what I got Earthquake for. Yes. The dex is being added to. False. Okay. There's that key card. Hey! There's gonna be 3 key cards. It's gonna be just like that spooky bunker in Genshin, except not as much horror element, only because they weren't allowed to put more horror element in it. What the heck? Is that a Noivern up there? That's terrifying. That's terrifying to just see a Noivern hanging from down there like it's a real bat, because it's much larger than a real bat, you know? You know? Elevator key, okay, well... Oh, this then? Can I go in here? You tap the key card A against the panel, alright. I see the elevator must take me to the final location. The door opened. Come on, more Miracle, I'm scared. I'm not that scared. I would be scared, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, a different game has put me through a much more terrifying bunker experience lately. Oh my, I didn't even see it. I was like, where is it? I didn't even see it. Alright, now we already have a Noivern, so goodbye. That's what I mean. Can you imagine a bat that high just hanging out there? Okay. What's the power supply here? Oh. Oh, there's a little houndour. Well, I didn't have a houndour. Now I also have a... What? You just missed? Okay. Now I have a houndour as well, so... You guys must be really strong if you use this base, even though Pokemon are just wandering around it all the time. Here we go. Alright, the map looks intimidating, but thankfully the maze follows a logical progression. So at least there's that. Yay! Because I don't know what I'd do otherwise. Alright. Well, I do know what I'd do. I just wouldn't panic. Calm and collected. Okay, how do I get over there? That's probably what the warp panel's for. I feel like okay, the only thing is all the warp things are yellow. I wish they'd do like the thing where like they're different colors so you can actually see which one goes where. You guys didn't program that in? How did you guys get around all the time? You just have to memorize these? There you go. Another key card. Thank you guys for leaving it so conveniently next to these old Mac or Atari computers. Or Windows. Now I want to ask, how many of you are like me and you remember when they used to have those old box like Macs in schools and libraries, whatever, like the ones with the rounded back and it's like this giant box? And how many of you have no idea what I'm talking about and I've just made myself sound very old? There's gonna be people older than me like, you think that? Yeah. There's gonna be people older than me that sell older computers and like, because I remember that from when I was young and you're like, oh, I wasn't that young when I saw those. And then there's gonna be people watching this that are like, wow, you unironically use those computers? No? Okay. Well, I assume I have to get to... Oh, there we go. To go there. To get into purple section somehow. So they didn't color code the warp things, but at least they color coded like... Alright, yellow is section 1, green is section 2, purple is section 3. So that helps you to not get lost and have, once again, the natural progression of things. Beldum! It was the wrong one. I meant to use Earthquake! Okay, and you. This is why we haven't seen a Beldum at all. What? Wait, did it not go in? It didn't go in! Why'd you not go in? You didn't go in either. No! What if I wanted a Metagross from my team? Oh my gosh, okay. Can you fall down this hole? You can't. It won't let you. It's uncool like that. Avoid the thunder. Here we go. Now I didn't see exactly what the warp would be yet. But it seems to... Let's back on nearby warp panels. I mean, I feel like... Should we be able to look on the computers here? The computers here, that might be all banged up. Otherwise, I feel like should be able to, you know, get some good intel off of them. This way, I guess. Here we go. Oh, do I want to go in here first? I do want to go in here first. No, Barbarical! Okay, I'm putting you away for now. I want another Beldum! Let's see. Okay, over here. I imagine... Look, I'm kind of just going through this. I do imagine if I had played Pokemon X and Y, then like, I imagine we went through Lysandre Labs in that game and it'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing... Like, it'd be like the same kind of thing with Legends Arceus, and you're seeing, you know, Jubilife Village slowly grow into Jubilife City, and all of these things like, wow, you're just seeing how things came to be. Similarly, it's like, oh my gosh, I get to see Lysandre Labs in 3D. I do think that would be really cool. I hope they make games like that. Like, I always love the concept of like a game like that's a different time era of like the original game, and you're kind of exploring what happened in the past or future. That's why I really hope they're gonna do that with Splatoon, because Team Past won the Splatfest, the Grand Fest. If they do another Splatoon game, which they will, it's popular enough. Alpha Arbok. Oh no, that's the second Alpha Arbok. There's another Alpha Arbok on a rooftop in one of the wild zones. Anyway, I really like that concept though of like dealing with different time periods. I have Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave coming out soon, I think. Well, I don't know how soon. Maybe next year soon. I don't know how soon, actually. But nonetheless, that's another game I'm really excited for because Fire Emblem Three Houses is one of my favorite games of all time. The way that the storytelling and just like the ethical questions it really makes you think about. Like they say that there's a lot of, Three Houses like discourse. The game, that's because that's what the game is meant to do. It's meant to challenge your thought, your thinking, and make you, think hard about the different sides to an issue. Like like everything will make a great debate question there, and just how attached you get to the characters, the way you see history play out in the eyes of all the people you meet, of all the people you have that responsibility for. Why am I talking about that? Oh, because yeah, that's right, because Fortune's Weave is coming out soon. Which appears to be set in a different time period. I mean, we don't even know yet if it's past or future, but in the same world. I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know where I'm going. I need to find another one of those old computers. Because that's where people leave key cards next to. They don't leave it under a doormat here. They leave it in a place even more obvious. Okay. Need to find more Bellum. Like, Fortune's Weave is probably a game I will play, like, not on the channel. At least for the first time I play it. I mean, I want to be able to just take it in. That's okay. That's a game I just want to be able to just take in, like, in terms of the way you think about things in those games is so... you need to be so focused for it. Now, on the other hand, Splatoon Raiders. The release date has now been confirmed for July. That one, is it this? This is how it came in, isn't it? Maybe that's what I'm getting confused about. Because I swear, yeah, that's where it came in from. Wait, I don't know where I'm going. Hold on. Splatoon Raiders I'm definitely playing on this channel. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh, I just walked past it like so many times. Oh no, this is the problem when I start to just talk about unrelated things. I've been so good this playthrough of like sticking on topic. But as you can see, there's exciting things coming soon. A game that I want to enjoy on my own time, and a game I definitely want to share with all of you. Cannot wait. Alright, that's not it. Where was I then that had the lock? Here, go here, oh here, okay. Alright, I've been successfully fooled by the maze. A true labyrinth indeed. I wonder if it's like the same map layout as in Pokemon X and Y, and then therefore, if you played that game, you remember the layout, you will know how to do all of this. Oh. An Aegis Slash floats in the way. It looks like you have to defeat it to continue ahead. Droit! Droit or draw? Draw. Draw is right in French. But not the way I imagine the Aegis Slash is. Deal with these Honedge first. That might be important. Okay. Do we get to catch the Aegis Slash? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Okay. Let's go Frostlass. Frostlass, I know you're gonna be weak to the Aegis Slash too, but you're also gonna be strong to the Aegis Slash. Go, Mega Frostlass! There you go. There we go. Oh, we don't get to keep the Alpha Aegis Slash. Is that supposed to be a reference to something? The Alpha Aegis Slash? in Genshin Impact, that'll definitely be a reference to something in the lore. So I think it might be in this one too. I don't know what. Okay. There's a way to warp out of here afterwards. That's good. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna find here? What is this rock? It's one of the standing stones that line Route 10 all the way to the ruins in Jilsunj town. These stones apparently behave in a mysterious manner. They usually emit energy, but when the ultimate weapon is activated, that reverses. Then they began to absorb energy from Pokemon attached to them. Okay, that sounds horrible. That you drain the life out of them? Alright. Here we go. You obtain the elevator key. Okay. Lysandre Labs is emblazoned with Team Flare's logo. Head to the elevator near the entrance. Alright. You gotta find my way back, or do you activate the teleporter for me? Okay, here we go. You activate the teleporter for me. Great, thank you! See? It's a maze, but at least it's a maze with a sensical progression. Alright, I'm nervous. What are we about to find here? Just as I was talking about all these like ethical issues in games, I mean, Fire Emblem Three Houses is like the ultimate game for that in terms of like the ethics, the socio-economic, like, you know, the politics, the way like government and religion like clash, and like everybody's trying to get what they want, and in the end you can never build a story where everybody has the future they dream of. Somebody will suffer for somebody else's wish. Here I don't think it's gonna be that deep, but I'm still nervous to see what kind of ethical dilemma this is about to bring us. Basement 2? They gave us 2 options here. Oh. It's in basement 3 was the correct option. You didn't tell me that! You didn't tell me basement 3 was the correct option. What the... I don't like that. Imagine being locked down here. It's horrible. Alright. Here we go. That's the elevator, okay. Guys, I'm nervous. The way the music stops and everything. And it's dark. It's dark with like the shadowy haze. I feel there's a jump scare coming. You hear the sound of computers whirling. There's a jump scare coming. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. Oh, okay. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Security check initialized. Possession of all key cards has been confirmed. Commencing partial reboot of systems. That looks suspiciously Floette-shaped on the screen. Systems rebooted. Voice guidance enabled. 4 files are available for playback. File 1, the device. File 2, the fuel. File 3, the legends. File 4, our shared dream. Which file would you like to review? Oh no, okay. The device. The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. That was Floette. Yeah, Floette did die. We had found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Jilsunj town. Alright, so that would be why the stones react to it then? It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work. But we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it since he was the machine's creator. I mean, okay, once again, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context from not having played the previous game. How would you guys... I feel like AZ should try to keep a low profile if he's immortal and lived for 3,000 years and created a giant destructive weapon. I really feel like you should, if that's your case, you probably shouldn't. You probably should keep it on the down low, you know. As in, how do people know he's still alive? The only way I can tell is he's still out there causing havoc. Once again, I did. When was he? I don't know. We must find him and capture him without delay. His review. The fuel. The device that grants life, in fact, grants deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. I can see why. Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, dude, think about what Floette wanted. Do you think Floette wanted you to kill so many other innocent creatures just to bring it back to life? This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Alright. All the three real forms of heat transfer, okay. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that has lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? Oh, and you try to fuel a legendary Pokemon to it. The legends, okay. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon. Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing death and destruction. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Not good things, I imagine. Shared dream. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. Wow, that's a really doom and gloom way of... That's an extremely nihilistic way of living your life. I don't think people really go around thinking about that hard, you know. When there's only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. So hold on. I was not familiar... Sorry, Lysandre, I was not familiar with your backstory. Are you saying you were Thanos before Thanos was Thanos? No, Thanos was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe before he actually got all the Infinity Stones. So, but still, this guy is trying to out Thanos. Then I'm gonna bring to you all the same questions. Alright, then I'm gonna bring to you the exact same questions we would ask Thanos then is, you want to probably kill half the living things in the world. Not a great way to do it. And probably, unlike Thanos, you're probably not going to do it, you know, instantaneously and peacefully and randomly. Like, imagine it's going to be a painful death, and people with less ability to protect themselves from it are going to be the ones to die. I feel like this is a lot less fair than Thanos, and that's saying a lot. But what is stopping people and Pokemon from just continuing to reproduce and have the same situation as you started with? You just have to activate the weapon over and over again to like have this purge of people. Do you really think people will feel like they're living in a beautiful world on the ashes of all of their fellow citizens? Sometimes I feel like, you know, okay, this then both Lysandre and Thanos, you have the same problem, which is you've decided unilaterally that you know what's best for everybody and that you don't care what other people think, even though you're doing this for them. Don't you think other people should have a say in the matter? And that's that we're good if we're suffering in a world together. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, that's the issue. Okay, fine. We have come up with a really important ethical dilemma after all, is that theoretically someday this same problem could happen in our world, right? Overpopulation, lack of resources, we're fighting over everything. If you ever have taken a differential equations class, like the carrying capacity equations, one of the first ones they show you, it's basically like an S shape. It's like an exponential that goes up until it curves and flattens out. And even if you try to push the curve up, then it will still have that tendency to go back down. Essentially projecting that when you're talking about exponential growth, there is a limit to how much it can grow. And that will apply to population in the future. And we haven't hit that limit yet, but theoretically it will happen probably within the next couple centuries. If you're having too many people, will people start to starve and die painful deaths? Won't that also disproportionately affect people with less means to be able to protect themselves or provide for themselves? Will that not just create only the strong survive and the weak will not kind of environment? Yes, those are all valid things. In the end, it's the trolley problem. Do you want to be the one to pull the trigger, or do you want to just let it happen and nobody in particular is really taking responsibility for this? All of humanity, all of society is somewhat responsible and to blame. That's the whole Thanos and I guess now Lysandre dilemma, isn't it? Do you want to be that person? And what gives you the right to decide that on behalf of everyone else? Nothing. Nothing gives you the right to decide that on behalf of everyone else, whether or not you should be. All right. Cool. That's our moral, ethical talk of this game. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world towards a more beautiful future. See. Zygar, how'd you get in here? Doggo. I know, this would be pretty concerning to me too if I was you. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then, 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within Prism Tower. Yeah, he was talking to himself about that. Elle, but how? Why are you here? I assume you had to get past Grissom and Griselle in order to get down here? Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet, this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago through the bars of his cell. Oh, that's where you kept AZ? You kept a frail old man in there? I mean, sure, he might have world-destroying power and have created a world-destroying device that will, in order to restore life to a Pokemon, slowly drain the life force of everything else, you know. But you know... Yeah, you know what? Once again, why am I trying to defend him? I'm sorry, there's not really much defending this guy in this case. All I can do is just, like I said, hope that he's true about wanting to do better in the future. I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokémon, one particular Floette, and there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion. I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth together with Team Flare's secret base. You somehow made it alive. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down. The deadly light of the ultimate weapon. Whoa. Guess that shows us the danger of the Light of Ruin then. That's why Floette can do the Light of Ruin, because it must have been somewhat revived by the ultimate weapon, which distills the life force of all these creatures into this pure form. Oh, that's terrifying that's a terrifying context. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. That's why it started 5 years ago, producing the Mega Crystals, luring all the Pokemon into Lumio City, causing the Rogue Mega Evolution. So whatever explosion you did triggered the other weapon to start up. I see. Now it has become a threat to Lumios. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to the tower? Like Duraludon? You're talking about the tower like it's a living thing. I'm not liking that. To Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth I know, and now you have learned that all those young people waiting in the Lysandre Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grissom and with AZ. Then do what must be done. Okay. I see, so floor 2 is where you kept the old man locked up. I mean, all you need was the key from him? Well, I guess he might go tell the police, and the police might try to get it back from you. Alright, fair. I mean, is any of this really fair? That's the ultimate weapon? Or is that the weapon in Prism Tower? Why would AZ create... He created... 1,000 years ago, he created whatever is now inside Prism Tower. First of all, don't you think anyone doing renovation work in Prism Tower might have noticed this and, you know, sent in the bomb squad to deactivate it within the past 1,000 years of its existence? Second of all, can you imagine a tower being 1,000 years old and looking that good? You have to restore it a lot, which would once again bring up the whole question of how nobody ran into it, the weapon, before. And 3, at that point, AZ wouldn't have had any guarantee that Floette was ever coming back. If Floette hadn't... No, wait. I think I remember what happened. I think Floette did come back. AZ used the weapon on Floette to bring her back, and then she was horrified by what he had done to have basically murdered in the most horrible fashion so many other living creatures to bring her back to life that I think she abandoned him. So I think Floette was also around too. But Floette had hidden herself away from AZ, right? Either that or Floette was dead. Like I said, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I've already said I didn't play that game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Either way, he had no guarantee Floette was coming back, so why would he make a machine that required Floette to activate and also Floette to deactivate? Unless he intended for Floette to use it whenever she came back. But why would Floette want to use a weapon? I'm pretty sure Floette was horrified by what he did to bring her back. With the ultimate weapon, we will unleash the power of Kalos' legendary Pokémon. The weapon will be powered by living Pokémon, or rather by the life energy they contain. To obtain this life energy, we must bind Pokémon to the standing stones that line Route 10. You know what? I feel like I'd be really uncomfortable playing that game. I don't like the idea of tying up poor innocent creatures and draining them of their life. That sounds like a horrible way to die. That sounds like a really horrible sight. It's always like... forgive me for stating the obvious, but that makes me feel really uncomfortable, to put it very lightly. Alright, well, we saw it. How did Lysandre get past you two? Oh, you knew. Okay, so he must have just walked in then. Did you see Lysandre? I met him inside. To think he is still alive. And yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us... Griselle, there will be a time for such things later. And you, Teddy, you now know the truth of AZ's sins. And so I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Hold on, why is it all about what AZ wants, what Lysandre wants, what I want, what you want? Has anybody ever asked what Floette wants? I feel like a lot of these problems started because nobody asked Floette what she wants. which was, probably not to be brought back to life from the, sucking the life out of all the creatures in Kalos. I think a lot of these problems would have been solved if we really thought about what Floette wanted this whole time. You must see it by now. With AZ's special Floette, we should be able to keep Prism Tower controlled. Everything we learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumios, then people will finally see us differently. I don't know, people's minds are hard to change. Do you understand? We were mere children, born to those who chose to join Team Flare, and yet we too became pariahs in the eyes of the society when Team Flare was disbanded. We couldn't just leave Lumios. This city is our home too, and we love it as much as everyone else. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumios better, to make all of Kalos better. At Nouveau Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And as we've worked there, we've also heard the voices of Lumios' people. We understand this city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over AZ's Floettes to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way up through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then I will be the one to restrain Prism Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide if it's really what you ought to... Decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now go back to Hotel Z. Okay. A lot to take in, but sure. Once again, not really much defending AZ in this situation. But he can only do what he can do now. And since when do I have to hand over Floette to you? Who decides I'm not the... I don't just... I mean... I don't have to stick with AZ. I can just take Floette and do it myself, dude. I'm not giving you Floette. But I do agree that AZ has been hiding a few too many secrets from us for the amount of stuff he wants us to do for... well, we're not doing it for him. We're doing it for Lumios. And that's, I think, the thing that unites all of us. For whatever reasons we have, we wish to protect Lumios City and its people and its Pokemon. And so none of us are really doing it for ourselves. We're all doing it for the good of the world. And while I think, Team Flare under Lysandre might have had a odd idea of what the good of the world really meant, I think we're all pretty much on the same page here now that everyone dying painful deaths is not the answer. So I think that's what we all want. Alright. You've returned. I heard from Emma what leads you were following up on. I imagine you've learned much of my tale by now. Isn't that right? Oh, hey, Teddy. Did you manage to find Grissom? Yeah, we gotta catch you three up on a lot of the details. I found him alright. He's the guy from the cafe. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grissom with Emma after a chat. Seems he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's part of this group Team Flare Nouveau, and he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumios from customers at Nouveau Cafe. Oh, Team Flare Nouveau Cafe. That's smart. I mean, it just means new cafe. Nouveau just means new. But still, it's a cool way to hide in plain sight. He even seems to know something weird's going on with Prism Tower. AZ, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower, given the situation? Yes. I've also been thinking it is time I talked to you all about it. Yeah. Think no more secrets now. The future of the city, if you really want us to protect it, then you probably have to tell us. Come, we can speak on the roof. Alright. Up the elevator we go. Whoa, completely enveloped now. Teddy, You know of the ultimate weapon, don't you? Yes, I know the truth now. I went to Lysandre Labs. Then I shall tell you of the terrible sins I have committed, and of my regrets. In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokémon had their future stolen. People lost the everyday lives they'd known. And my Floette was sent to the front lines, where she lost her life. Aww. Floette. I made a device, a machine that could grant life, also that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life. I got back what I had loved most, but my rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokémon that I loved. Oh, I see. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us by becoming destruction itself. Just like Finon. Oh my gosh. Just like Finon. For real, for real. The light fired from the ultimate weapon reached the heavens, then poured down, burning away all that had rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I'd given her was stolen from so many other Pokémon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. 3,000 years is a long time. I feel like Floette didn't need to forgive you after all that time, but it probably was good for both of you that you were able to reconcile. Even though the things that have happened between you two are these unpardonable, unforgivable, horrible sins. Seriously? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At this, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others. But perhaps I could make one that would share the eternal life I'd bestowed on Floette. Oh, and that's what you put into Prism Tower. That is what Angie is. I think it's Angie. I want to read it Angie. Like, you know, the cat that's like, no, talk me Angie. Which I think would be kind of fitting. I think it's Angie, though. That is what is hidden deep within Prism Tower. I built Angie to give meaning to the eternal life I'd burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I had done. There he is. I dreamed of the day when I could use Angie after reuniting with Floette at last. That day did not come to pass, but that was when we were living in a time of peace. But now, Angie, the tower is emitting excessive amounts of mega power, even without Mega Floette present. This is only conjecture on my part, but I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. Yeah, that's what Elle seemed to think as well. Something about the firing of that weapon triggered this one to wake up. That shock awoke Angie and has caused the mega power contained within it to spill forth. It has led to this rampant rogue mega evolution. The Pokémon suffer. The people come to harm. There is only one way to put an end to the pain. A mega evolution user must mega evolve Floette and together reach the control panel within Angie. Once again, concerned that you're kind of talking about it as if it's a living thing. In terms of, I know life and death and the meaning of life has been a recurring theme here in the Kalos region, but it is just a tower and a weapon, right? Right? I never could have imagined that you and Floette had that kind of history. And the tower, too. So we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk? I have a question. Why would Floette be able to Mega Evolve at all? That's what I was asking. It needs to become Floriges, right? Normally, Pokemon can only Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve into Floriges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she is such a special Pokemon, having received the lives of so many others. Though that is only my conjecture. Yeah, I mean, I guess with a sample size of 1, we'll never really know. Floette returning to my side again after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. But she likely also returned to me so that I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battle as a trainer. I mean, yeah, I guess you might have kicked all these events into motion, AZ. But I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. Yeah, you may be a mass murderer, but I know you didn't intend for this to happen. Yeah. That doesn't matter. AZ still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Naveen! I appreciate that AZ is trying to right his wrongs, and I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than the rest of you, but accountability matters. He has a point. You do realize we might die trying to fix all this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he says. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I hear you, AZ. Just leave this to Team MZ. Teddy, it's up to us to keep the tower from going wild. That means you've got to go beat Grissom. I will win for sure. I'm conflicted. Well, I'm conflicted about AZ's past, but what I am sure of is that he regrets it and doesn't want anything bad to happen for the future. And don't we all agree that we want to protect Lumiose? Knew we could count on you. Whatever Grissom and Team Flare Nouveau's deal is, it won't stop us from stopping the tower. Now, it's time to go see Grissom about your promotion match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all, my dear Team MZ. Aww. Look, you may be a mass murderer, but you still have that kind grandpa vibes. And you're trying to right your wrongs. In the end, we don't have to do this for you. We do this for Lumiose, not for you. And thus, why not be allies in this? Alright. Well, I got my ticket. Time to go see about the promotion match. Alright. Nouveau Cafe. You stuff, there's always room for coffee. I love how they just switch back to normal mode. Did you arrive at an answer together with your fellows in Team MZ? Yes, I'll battle you, for sure. I'm not giving you Floette. Honestly, why has Team MZ been trying so hard to reach the top of the ZA Royale anyway? We're fighting for Floette. Yeah, we all know about that old man and that black flower Floette of his. So all you idiots hope to achieve is helping AZ tidy away the mess he made for everyone? What else are we supposed to do? This is exactly the point I was making. The only thing we can do is just be better for the future. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, I really think AZ's sins are way too much to be able to repent for, as we've seen with many other characters across fiction. All we can do is clean up the mess, right? That's the only thing left to do. Just keep doing right. Just keep being better for the future. Grissom, please. That's too far. But it is true that you don't have any real ties to this city. What reason does some outsider like you have to want to protect Lumiose? I've come to love the city. I care about the Pokemon and the people here. That's good. I'm glad you also have something you wish to fight for. But it still pales before my own desire to emerge victorious from this battle. I will become the greatest trainer and use AZ's Floette to protect this city from the tower. And I I will restore honor to the memory of Team Flare and all who have ever had their names tied to it. I will make our dream into reality at last. That is why I must defeat you. No more delays. Let's finish this. Charizard, one piping hot battle to go. Alright, dude, I assume you have to step out of the food truck first, right? Yep, alright. On the streets, here we go. Alright, does anybody want to see the promotion match between a couple bigwigs here? Let's go. Challenger's tickets verified. You are cleared to start a promotion match. Your resolve is nothing compared to my own. You carry nothing like the burdens that I carry. And yet you think you'll be able to save Lumiose. I'll show you my resolve. May the flames of Team Flare rage strong and true, and burn away all our shame and regret. Charizard, let your dark flames pour forth. Alright, Mega Charizard it is. That Charizard making coffee for us this whole time was actually a Mega Charizard from Team Flare Nouveau all along. Alright, get some of Team Flare Nouveau. Alright, Kingoro. Who am I starting with? Frostlass. Alright. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Go, go, go. Draining Kiss. Alright, use Protect. Use Protect, it still did half damage. Oh my gosh. Frostlass, I'm so proud of you. What? Attack! Don't just stand there! It's using Bullet Punch! Oh no. Switch out. Malamar, okay. You have a Malamar just like Emma did. Hypnosis, no! That's really bad. Don't put it, oh no, Altaria, wake up! That's what that twister is for. Does he have a full slate of Pokemon? Wait, hold on. You have a full team of 6? Uh-oh, he has a full team of 6. He has a full team of 6 and he just took up Altaria in one hit. Oh no. I've been making fun of all the trainers this whole time for not having a full slate of Pokemon. And now I'm gonna be made to eat my words by the first trainer that does have a full slate of Pokemon. Oh, no. Oh, she has a male Pyro, you have a female Pyro. That's cool. That's a cool little thing there. Alright. Go, go, go. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Yes. No. Do it. Go. Okay. I'm nervous. We got this, though. I think we can beat this. I just gotta not make silly mistakes and say or do anything silly like I usually do. Alright, Charizard's the last one. You got this, Slowbro. You've been our Clutch King so much. Being one of our first Mega Evolvable Pokemon, getting us through the end of so many battles. My wasted youth, nothing but ash and ruin. Mega Evolve and burn it all away, Charizard. Oh, he also has it on a ring. That's pretty cool. Okay, X or Y? X, there we go. There we go. Little do you know. You do know, actually. I can Mega Evolve too! And you will face the wrath of... Why does Dragon type... I don't remember Dragon type canceling out the super effectiveness of so many types back in the day. Whatever. Whatever, no harm done. There you go. See my resolve now. My entire team is level 70 or higher. You certainly do direct your Pokemon with skill. There is no denying it. Alright, and with that, I have reached the top of the ranks! Congratulations, now processing your promotion. Finally. We've made it to the top! Let's go! Rank A! You lost, but Charizard and the rest of your team looked happy in that battle, Grissom. If only we could leave behind the name of Team Flare, leave behind Lumiose itself, we'd free ourselves of such a heavy burden. But Team Flare and the dreams that Lysandre hoped to make real, that world of beauty and that sense of justice still have a hold on us, and they tie us to this place. I know. You can go to any other place and probably turn over a new leaf. In the end, this is still your home too. Lysandre may have gone astray, but there was true righteousness in his heart. His ideals, the care he showed for us all. If I threw them aside now, I don't know who I'd be. It seems you are now Lumios' strongest Mega Evolution user. Please take care of Prism. I love how we're dealing with all these super serious, opponents who have all these, deep motivations for what they're doing. But at the end of the day, we can just share a happy fist bump. That's the thing that has gotten us through since the very beginning when we gave Urbane a fist bump all those days, weeks, years, I don't know how long it's been ago. Please take care of Prism Tower and our city. Of course I will. You leave it in good hands. If you have need of us, we will come to your aid. The best kind of thing. You defeat the opponent and you earn their respect and their trust. After all, Nouveau exists in order to help others so that we can make the world beautiful together. Toward that aim, let me provide you with a TM. Oh? Flare Blitz. Thank you, I guess. And come by Nouveau Cafe anytime. I'll make you one of those ember roasts you like. Do I like it? I mean, I guess I do like it. I love how they have like the angry side of them and like the nice side of them. Guess that shows like, Oh, Zygarde! Hey. I may have been defeated. I may have been found unworthy of becoming Zygarde's trainer. But I'll build a life that shows these things aren't what defines me. And that's all you can do, right? The future's still unwritten, and the longer your future is, the shorter your past becomes until it's but a tiny fragment of your life. Zed! Oh my gosh! Zygarde speaking British? Zed instead of Z? Zed! Grissom. Oh, you do remember him. It seems self-serving desires crept in and overshadowed the ideals he holds dear. Though I, of course, am to blame for that. What happened to your eye, by the way? I mean, I assume a piece of shrapnel got in it during the explosion, but still, I feel there's significance to the fact that he can only see out of one eye. Like metaphorical significance. Thank you for helping him see the error of his ways. Prism Tower appears to be near its breaking point. Yeah, people are gonna notice there's a problem soon. Zing! And unfortunately, Zygarde still lacks the last of the cells it needs to use its full strength. Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean. If you're trying to find, say, the colorful screws I need to find, you're trying to find the last few Zygarde cells. I know, dude. It's pretty hard. You're looking needle in a haystack when you get to the last few. I get it. I know. Zygarde's giving you the hard task of having to collect them. I get to just reap the benefits afterwards. When the time comes, I hope you'll be able to protect this city. Or rather, not the city itself, but every living being here in Lumios. Okay. Alright, cheerful music. Alright, croissant curry, including Naveen. That was a lot. What's up? Did you also beat your promotion match? Guess what? I made it to rank A too. Wow, you both reached rank A the same day? Let's go. High fives to you, bestie. It must have helped you two a lot to have strong teammates like each other to train with. With two A-ranked trainers, we'll be able to take care of the tower for sure. Big yes to that. I suppose that means it's nearly time for Floette to help us resolve this whole situation. I wonder who Floette will choose. I know. Two great candidates here. I'm just gonna say it, I think Floette's gonna choose Urbane, even though she should choose me. I think she's gonna say I'm already taken by Zygarde, so... Urbane. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, I think we're heading into the finale of the story now. Floette, what is it? What's wrong? Uh-oh. Floette? Floette looks like she's in pain? The tower. Is it Angie that is affecting you? Oh, poor Floette. You okay, Floette? Looks like she'll be okay. But I'm sure Floette's pretty worried too. There's no telling if we'll really be able to stop the tower. That's true enough, but we'll never succeed if we let ourselves get too caught up in worrying about things going wrong. Yeah, now's the time to blow off steam and have some fun. Shake the worries off. We've got some big wins to celebrate after all. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure Floette sensing some pain is not an omen of something that's going to come very imminently. You said it. Rest easy this night. I know that the future of Lumios and of this world will be safe in your hands. All right. I think things are going to start happening. Things are going to start happening now. I think that's a good place for me to end off this episode. I think we have walked right into the finale of this game's story, and I cannot wait. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little discussion we have here. I do. That's why I play games like Fire Emblem and Genshin. Games that make you really think about these really deep, morally gray ethics questions. In the end, this is a age-old dilemma that has definitely been, addressed in media all over. Biggest example being Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But, it's worth having these discussions. It's worth trying to explore and see what we can learn. In the end, there's not really a real correct, definitive true answer to most of these. But if we can work through thinking together, agree with each other, even if that means compromising, we will always find a way to get through things together. I guess that's the only message I have. All right, exciting things to come. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the story finale episode. Bye, everyone!